everybody, Homestead. We're back in Casey's kitchen today, and I'm bringing you an easy snack. I didn't say quick, but it's easy. This is a recipe that my mom fixed as I was growing up. I've made a few tweaks to it, and I'll give you a few other suggestions once we get to making it. That I'm going to make this week for the kids, whether to put in their lunchbox or if they're going to eat it after school, or if it's just something I just want to snack on, I can just go grab a small bag. Just have a snack. This is not low carb. This is not really healthy friendly at all, but it's better than eating a whole bunch of sugar. It does have a lot of carbs. That's why we're going to keep the portions small. But, and if you know anything about healthy eating, you know that carbs turn into sugars. So we need to keep that small. But this is just something, rather than you going out and just grabbing anything that could be, even worse, like, some chocolate or cookies or, the whole sugars, instead of the complex carbs being broken down into sugars. That's for another video. So I'm going to get you started on making a trail Chex mix snack. And I went cheap. I bought the generic brands because those brands doesn't matter to us. These are the Chex squares. Now you can get wheat, rice, or corn. You'll need the plain Cheerios. I just got the toasted O's. No big deal. It's like $1.23. You'll need some form of nuts. You can use mixed nuts, cashews, almonds, pecans. I've got honey roasted here. If you want just a little bit of sweetness with the salty, you can do the honey roasted. You can do the dry roasted. That's totally up to you. And then we've got garlic salt. You can also use garlic powder if you want to be in control of the salt amount. And then we've got celery salt, which I don't know that I would use celery seeds. So I would pretty much stick to celery salt and then just watch the salt intake on the rest of it. Then you can put pretzels in it if you like. And you can do the ultra thin pretzel sticks, or you can do like these sourdough little balls. They're called nibblers. You can break up rods. You can put the regular little twisted pretzels in there, whatever you like, if you want to put pretzels in there. Then you'll also need, and I've already softened this, 2 sticks of butter. And you can go unsalted if you would like. And I've already got those softened so it doesn't take as long to melt. And then the other thing that we will need is Worcestershire sauce. I'm also going to grab some onion powder. And you can put anything else in here that you would like to flavor-wise, but make it once in a small batch and see how you like it. And then you can go and add whatever you want to it. One other thing that I have noticed some people put in it is Cheez-Its. Or you can buy the rye toasted chips, which I couldn't find just the plain rye chips. So the only thing I really found was a pre-mixed trail mix, and I'm like, why am I going to buy it when I'm already making it? So I left the rye chips out for today, and I'm just going to use this to get it all mixed up. And I said it's not quick because it does take an hour to bake. So you might want to do this while you're doing other stuff on the stove if you do like meal prep for the week, which is what this is part of. So let's get to mixing our ingredients together and making our sauce. So the first thing we're going to do is to preheat the oven to 250 degrees. And go ahead and get something that is microwavable so you can melt your butter, unless you just want to do it on the stove. That's okay too. You can melt it in a pan on the stove if you prefer. And then we're going to melt 2 sticks of butter. And I pre-softened this so it's not going to take as long. Okay. And this will go in the microwave for about 20 seconds or so until it's melted. And then we're going to do our spices. Okay, so here is our melted butter. And to this, we are going to add a half a teaspoon of the garlic salt or the garlic powder. whichever you prefer. And you can, once you make this, you can try it and see if you want more or less. Now, if you want more garlic and don't want the salt, you can do a half a teaspoon of the salt and a half a teaspoon of the powder. And then to this, I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of onion powder. And then the last thing is going to be the celery salt. Which is new because I've never actually bought this before. This is one of the new items I'm trying in it. And we'll do a half a teaspoon of the celery salt. One thing I don't have out is the Worcestershire sauce. So here we go. I got it. Make sure you shake it up because there's stuff that usually gets on the bottom. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon of the Worcestershire sauce. You could, if you wanted to, put some liquid smoke in here. If you want to, just a splash, but it depends on how sweet you want it because I'm using the honey roasted, so I don't want it too smoky, if you know what I mean. Alright, we are going to stir this slightly, get it kind of incorporated. Alright, we're going to set that aside. So I've got a 1 cup measuring cup here that we are going to measure out the dry ingredients. And with this, you can get the wheat, rice, or corn, whichever you prefer. And this is going to be 2 cups of the Chex mix. And you can change this to whatever mixture you like. If you want more Cheerios, put more Cheerios. If you want to put all 3 of these corn squares or wheat or rice, whatever, if you want more of those, you can put more of those. So over here I've got a huge bowl for mixing. And I'm just going to pour these items into this. Okay. And then for the Cheerios, we're going to do 1 cup. And these are brand new because I don't buy cereal. You can also add Kix if you want to. You can add 1 cup or 1 to 2 cups of Kix if you would like. And then the pretzel sticks is going to be about 2 cups. Just got to pull some out. And then I'm also going to add a few of these. I'm going to do 2 kinds of pretzels, just for texture. I'll do about a cup of those. And then the peanuts. And the peanuts, this is one of the small ones. This is about 8 ounces. So I'm just going to use the whole thing. And you can use whatever peanuts you want. Okay. You can try different cereals if you would like. Totally up to you. Let me show you what this looks like. All mixed up. Alright, so to this we're going to go ahead and pour over our mixture here. And you can also add in, like I said, the Cheez-Its. You can put in, like, if you wanted to make a taco mix, you could do some taco spices. I will. I think I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of cumin on here. And I'm just going to do enough to kind of just cover it just a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Okay, we don't want this to sit too long because they'll start getting soft. Alright, let's get a pan out. Now I've got one of these huge pans that I'm going to pour this in. You want one that has about it, that is about an inch deep, because you don't want your stuff to fall off the sides. And you can do 2 of the regular cookie sheets if you would like. You don't have to spray these because this has enough butter on it that it's not going to stick. Oh, this smells just like I remember. Okay, so we're just going to spread it out. Now this is going to cook really low and slow, just to toast everything and let all those flavors marry together. Yeah, it goes in the oven. And we're going to end up cooking this trail mix for an hour and set a timer to stir it every 15 minutes. Now, a little advice tip. Take it out of the stove when you go to stir it because you don't want the cereal to fall on the bottom and it burn. No. So go ahead and take it out, stir it, and then put it back every 15 minutes, okay? Don't let anything burn. It's just got to be good. Alright, our hour is up, and this is our snack mix. And if you did this with me, you could see the different stages that it went through. Like, it was really buttery to begin with, and then the first time you took it out, it looked like it had more butter in it. And then the second time you took it out, you could tell that it was starting to absorb it, and it had less butter in it. And so now this last time we take it out, we can see there's barely any at all left. So we're going to let this cool, and I'll bring you back and I'll show you what I'm putting this in and how you can store it. It's raining outside. You guys see my garden? That's my garden. It's raining. I wish I would have picked the okra first. But it's raining. Okay, so we have waited just a little bit, probably about 30 minutes or so. This has cooled off, and I've taken a few pieces just to try it out. And I wanted to show you guys, I bought these from the Dollar Tree. These are just little little upright sandwich bags, and there's 40 in here, and there's no way probably we're going to fill up 40 of these things. But these are great little snack grab bags for kids, whether you want to put it in their lunchbox or if you just want to have it sitting in a box on the counter, kept in your pantry, whatever you want to do. Now, this is freezable. I would use this within 2 weeks, okay? I wouldn't keep it much more than 2 weeks. And if you see after a week that you're not going to be able to eat it all, or if you have something coming up that you want to make sure you have some available just in case you don't get around to making some more, throw it in a freezer gallon bag or in a freezer bowl or something, and just freeze it until you get ready. And all you'll have to do is just get it back out, just let it come to room temperature, and then it's ready to go. So here's our bag, and I'm just going to fill it up probably about halfway because these bags are a good size and I don't want to fill it all the way up, but about halfway to 3/4, 2/3, somewhere right in there is a good handful, probably about a cupful of this mix. And if you want to, you can put a funnel on here and do it that way, but do it over the pan, that way the pan catches the excess. You don't make a mess. Okay, so there's our bag, and then we'll just close this up, and then it's ready for the kids, whether they come in lunch or if it's afternoon snack, something that we can take and let them eat on the way home, or you can, use it as like in traveling or something like that. So there we go. There's our first one. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of these. Now I will tell you, I like the seasoning and everything on this. It's not too salty. We could do without the celery salt for the salt content, but you can always add more cereal to help tone the salt down if you needed to, or decrease the amount of the celery salt that you use, because the pretzels have the salt on them, and some of your peanuts may have salt on them, but I like it. It's overall really good. And I probably would even try to mix the Chex the Chex cereal. I would probably even try to mix that a little bit more and get a variety. And add some Cheez-Its. I think adding some Cheez-Its would be great. Alright, so until next time, guys, that's all we've got in Casey's Kitchen for today. I'll see you later. So, y'all enjoy. Being fall season, this would be great to take with you to like football games or play dates or family reunions or to little weekend YouTube meetups. Just to have something to snack on. Send to the daycare with the kids. You can put age appropriate food in here and send it to daycare as a snack. So just adapt it to your own. It's really good. And I really like the honey roasted peanuts in there. That is fabulous. I really like that. Here's your homemade snack mix. We'll see you later, guys. Bye.